Hello and welcome. We are covering methods of job analysis, and under that we are today talking about the competency mapping approach. Now, the competency approach is essentially an approach where you identify key competencies of a job and include those or add those or replace those throughout various processes of the organization. So these processes could be job evaluation, training, and recruitment in the organization. Now, what is this approach and what happens in this approach, I will be talking about now. So identification of job functions. What is identification of job functions? Everything that is included in the job functions, or everything that the daily activities are from this job, are defined here. Okay, what is next? Okay, from that we move on to identification of skills performed within each job functions. So now that we've let's say jotted down the job functions, let's say if again I am a customer service representative, two of my job functions would be, one, to take calls, and second, to make reports on my daily progress. Okay, so what are some of the skills that I would require? So I am doing data entry in MS Excel, so I would have to know how to use MS Excel, and if I am constantly taking calls, I would also have to be a good communicator, have language proficiency. So that is three skills that I've mentioned. So you identify skills in the next step. Now what do? You generate several drafts. Drafts are what? The job analysis. So you make drafts for it to get approved. So in the next step, now that you've done your research and you've developed a draft, what you do is essentially get it reviewed by the employer and employees and modify to accurately reflect the skills performed on the job. Now this will then be converted into a permanent document where this draft, one of the drafts, is finalized, and we move on to development of occupational analysis chart. What is occupational analysis chart? Occupational analysis chart is a two-dimensional spreadsheet which one contains a major job functions and then skills. So you've identified job functions, you've identified skills, you make a spreadsheet where you put job functions and you put skills. What is the next step? The next step is identification of performance standards for each skills. Now that you have your skills jotted down, you will now identify what are the performance standards. So what is the goal? What is the benchmark? That is what is determined here. What is a competency though? A competency is usually a skill, but here a competency is defined as behavior rather than a skill or an ability. So here are also types of competencies: core, transferable, technical. So technical obviously means the specific job related competency. Core competencies are essential skills and behavior that all employees are. So these are something, the non-negotiables. You have to have that. All employees have to have that. Then transferable competencies that can be applied to different roles to varying degrees. Okay, so you have skills that can be applied to different roles. So if I am a good communicator, it won't be limited to a job of customer service representative. I can also use that skill or that competency in different manners and different jobs. So those are called transferable competencies. So let's sum up. What is the competency mapping approach. Here you identify key competencies and you add those to various processes in the organization. Now this is the process of doing or doing the competency mapping. Now what are the types of competencies that we discussed? Core, transferable and technical and functional. These are the types of competencies that we have. And yeah, this is all from competencies mapping approach. Thank you so much.